by being driven by something. Just a few years ago, I was ministering to 1,000 Vietnamese refugees in Germany. And the girls in the choir were singing, something reached into my heart, because the girls were singing, "I want to see Jesus." And you know, I left them and went to a week of prayer on the mountains in Austria, and I couldn't get rid of that in my heart, seeing those young girls from their hearts singing, "I want to see Jesus." And I went to the mountain, and my favorite place for prayer is, I'm only a young man, it's 10,000 feet up, 3,000 meters. That's nothing when you're 87. And, well, they challenged me to walk up, but I got in the cable car. But the thing was this, that when I was on the top of that mountain, I was praying, and I was saying, "Lord, I want to see Jesus." And then I realized that none of us can actually see the face of God. And I remember that the closest that Moses got was seeing the finger of God writing. And I was crying out to God on the top of that mountain. It was covered with cloud. At 10,000 feet, it was covered with cloud. I could see nothing. But yet I was saying, "Oh God, I want to see something." And then I began to say, "Show me your hand." Because if I can see the hand of God, what is the hand of God? It's not writing, it's His power, the demonstration of His power. And then I said, "Oh God," I said, "I want to see something more. If you will show me your hand, open the cloud, so that I can see the blue of the sky." And immediately the cloud opened, and I could see the blue sky. And that's the desire of my heart, to see the miraculous, to see the hand of God. I want to encourage young people, if I may, Pastor. When I was 13 years old, 14, 15 at school, I was preaching Jesus. And of course, I was criticized, and the other boys in the school said, "Oh, you're a religious maniac, you're going to live a miserable life." And I made a determination, and I said, "With God, with Jesus Christ, I'll live a more adventurous life than any of you." And I've seen the power of God. I remember it's only about 3-4 years ago, we were in Caesarea, and I can remember that we fought a battle. We'd taken the stadium, the Roman stadium, and we were going to have 4,500 unbelieving Jews in the stadium, and the devil attacked me. For a week, I had a prayer team, my prayer partners there, fighting a battle, step by step. They tried to take an injunction against me in the government. The whole Orthodox Jewish community were against me. They tried to cancel the 100 buses we booked. And I was praying, and this is what I was praying. "Oh God, you are a God of war. In the whole of history, from the beginning of time until now, you have never ever been defeated." Oh, hallelujah, God. Oh God, you have never ever been defeated. And one by one, we won every battle, until eventually the Speaker of the Knesset was to thank me for what I had done and give me a letter. One of the former chief rabbis came from Tel Aviv to thank me, but that wasn't the end of the battle. Because when we got there, 4,500 unbelieving Jews on that sea coast, the devil sent a storm so vicious, so powerful, it whipped up the sand. It caused the whole of the structure holding the loudspeakers and the TV cameras to sway 1 meter, 3 feet either direction. The police said, "You cannot use that stage. We cannot allow anybody in that stadium. Oh boy, that spirit rose up in me. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. No, I jumped up. I took my intercessors. I jumped on that platform, and in front of 4,500 unbelieving Jews, I said, Jesus, 2,000 years ago, you calmed the storm of Galilee. Do it again. Do it again. And in Jesus' name, I commanded, and the storm stopped. Oh, we have an authority. We have a power with God. Come on. The Orthodox Jews announced that day we lost 5,000 souls. Boy, that's God. Because the storm ceased in front of them as a demonstration of the power of God. Then you can preach God. So they threw me into prison because I was 5,000 Bibles, 12,000 New Testaments, 100,000 Gospels. So after 12 years, they threw me into prison. And the amazing thing was this, what do? They sentenced me to 10 years in prison. 5 years in prison for smuggling Bibles, 5 years for preaching the gospel to the underground church. What did I do? I began to pray, come on Lord, get me out. Okay, I had no Bible. Well, it took me, I'm a professional smuggler. I was guilty. It took me 9 months to get my own Bible smuggled back into the South, but I did. And I became the only person in the prison with a Bible. Oh, hallelujah. I had the power of the sword of the Spirit. I had the power. Oh, hallelujah. 3 days after the trial, when I was found guilty, thank God I was found guilty. Come on. I want to challenge you in front of you, Pastor Chris. Come on. Is there enough evidence in the court of law to convict you of what you believe in? Come on. Amen, amen. Oh, yes. But I began to, well, God showed me in a dream the exact day of my release. Well, it's like that, isn't it? But I had to pray, so I'd sit down. I had to pray. And I tell you how I was praying. At that time I didn't have my Bible. I was saying, oh God, 2,000 years ago, when Paul and Silas were in prison for preaching the gospel, you sent an earthquake and you got them out. I said, look, that's 2,000 years ago. Today, your power is 2,000 times stronger.
Hallelujah.
And it is. I mean, today, Pastor Chris, God's power is stronger than it was yesterday. The Holy Spirit is more powerful today. Oh, that's the glory of God. You've got the power of God. So what did God do? He sent the British Prime Minister. After only 1 year, the British Prime Minister came, and I flew home with the Prime Minister on the plane. You see how great our God is. Greater than you can imagine. Can I tell you 2 reasons? The first is this. You know, I got angry with God once. I'm sorry, Pastor Chris, I confess. Because I was reading in Deuteronomy 32 how Moses says the greatest ever miracle seen on the face of the earth was when God delivered Israel through the Red Sea. I got angry. I said, oh God, that's 3,000 years ago. Why wasn't I alive? I want to see it. Come on, Lord, if that's the greatest miracle. And then I was praying and the Lord showed me Jeremiah 16. And in Jeremiah 16 he says through the prophet, you will forget the day of the crossing of the Red Sea. I will do a greater miracle in the land of the north. Why did I go to Russia? Not just as an evangelist, not just as a missionary all those years ago. I went because if God was going to do a miracle, a bigger miracle, I wanted to be there and see it. I wanted to be part of it. And you know how great that miracle is? 2 years ago, I was called for a meeting with President Putin. Oh yes. And his personal advisor said to me, David, he said, we're celebrating 100 years since the beginning of communism. We're celebrating 500 years since the Reformation. But, he said, when communism collapsed 30 years ago, Russia was in absolute chaos. Only your preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Listen, this is a statement from the advisor to Putin. Said to me in a personal meeting, repeated it on state television the next day. For an ungodly, unbelieving politician, personal advisor to Putin, is no believer, and yet he said, David, he said, only the preaching, your preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ saved Russia from chaos and collapse. What a testament! What a testament! Only the preaching of the gospel. And I challenge your churches, Pastor. I challenge you, pastors, people. Only the preaching of the gospel of Jesus Christ can deliver this nation. Only the preaching of that gospel of Jesus Christ. Nothing else. Only Jesus. And for Russian speakers, Tolka Isus. Tolka Isus. That's one reason why I went. The second reason is simple. I had throat cancer. Sit down a moment. I'll finish one last quick story. I had throat cancer. 1964. I'd begun my work in Israel and in Russia from 61. 64 I was struck down with throat cancer. I said, look, I'm praying for 3 months. I believe a miracle has happened. They examined me and they said, there is no miracle. There is no God. Your cancer is so big. It's an emergency. You're going to die. We will have to make an immediate operation. You lose your voice. Yes, hallelujah.
Glory.
I prayed like normal Christians. Oh, God healed me. And he didn't. And the second day I prayed the most dangerous prayer of my life. I said, oh God, if you want me to stay at home with my family in England, don't heal me. And I'll go back and tell the doctors tomorrow you couldn't do it. But I said, oh God, if you want me to go to Russia, this is the end of 1964. If you want me to go to Russia, I need a miracle. Heal me now. The next morning I went back to those surgeons, 3 of them, sharpening their knives and laughing because they had one of these so-called Christians and they were going to prove that there was no God. And they put the instruments down my throat and they pulled them out. They put them down the second time and they were angry. They pulled them out. The miracle is the cancer had not disappeared. It was cut out by the hand of God. They said you have the scar. Somebody operated. Who did it? Who did it? Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Who did it?
You are the rose of Sharon. You are my peace in the midst of the storm.